Why I stopped drinking water and why you should too, part 4.
Don't drink water. Ladies and gentlemen, this is advice only a TikToker in 2022 could give you. Now, I just want you to keep in mind throughout this entire video that this TikToker has a bachelor's degree in biological sciences. I really don't know what they're teaching in university nowadays, but this ain't it, okay? Apparently, this woman is claiming that our day-to-day water supply is somehow poisoning us, and this is somehow allowed on one of the biggest platforms in the entire world that you're allowed to just spread this complete BS. In this video, we take a look at her 4-part series on why we shouldn't drink water, how she's even alive in the first place with the fact that she doesn't drink water apparently, and how she's activated all of her chakras. Clearly watched one too many episodes of Naruto.
Here's why I stopped drinking water and why I think you should too.
Okay, I don't like how she looked at me there. I don't know about you, that gave me some weird vibe. Okay, we're moving on.
I've had 2 family members live past 90 years old, and when I asked them what their secret to longevity is, they both said, don't drink the water.
Okay, right off the bat, we're hit with some hard facts and logic from her mommy and granddaddy, probably made up. Both lived past 90 years old, and apparently they did so without drinking any water. Now, if you know anything about biology at all, the human biology and how we function, that is physically impossible. So right off the bat, we know there's some BS going on.
And this took me a long time to really digest because I've been in the fitness industry for a really long time, and I used to drink literally a gallon of water a day. It wasn't until I started my spiritual journey where I really started to dissect this and things started making sense. So I've never been the kind of person to drink tap water, but if you do, there's a lot of fluoride, and I'm sure there's fluoride in bottled water too.
Okay, so basically what you're telling me is that in the past, you actually used to be a healthy individual and drink a lot of water every day, you know, something that our body needs to function, and you were even in the fitness industry and, you know, you're taking care of your health, which is really good. I really don't know how you, as a person who has a bachelor's degree in biological sciences, somehow swings so much farther in the opposite direction, but apparently it all started with her spiritual journey, and that's where the cuckoo-ness kind of starts. So the first, like, scientific thing that she points out is that the water has fluoride in it, and fluoride is harmful to our body. Now, is she wrong? No, but it only contains a small amount of fluoride. So all the water we drink probably has fluoride, okay? But it's only in minuscule amounts that it's not really harmful to the human body in any way. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been approved by the government at all. Now, the obvious question raised here is tap water safe, right? Now, I can't really give a blanket statement here because obviously different areas have different tap water, right? Now, for the most part, in a developed place, right, the tap water is probably going to be safe for consumption unless the government literally tells you no, it's not. Right? Now, obviously, I will concede in some areas of the world, tap water will not be fit for consumption. But does that mean we should give up drinking water altogether? Probably not, but let's take a look.
So why do we care about fluoride? Fluoride actually calcifies our pineal gland. The pineal gland is the center of our third eye chakra. It plays a huge role on how we sleep, dream, how we make decisions, and how we perceive reality. Most importantly, it guides our intuition. Ancient civilizations knew it was our connection to source.
Okay, so this is a classic tactic that a lot of people use for manipulation, that you start with a drip of science, right? To show that, hey, I'm a scientific individual, right? I base my things on facts and stuff like that. And then you devolve into something that's completely unscientific, and she starts with the chakras, right? Now, scientifically, there is no evidence for any chakras existing anywhere in our body, okay? It's not visible, and it's not there even in atomic structure or anything like that, okay? And don't worry, I'm the biggest Naruto fan ever. I wish chakras existed. It would be so cool, okay? But from what we know, they don't, okay? And because chakras are not confirmed to be real, we can basically just discount the last part of what she said completely because it's unscientific. Now, a lot of people do believe in chakras. It's very entwined with the whole meditation thing and ancient societies. But as I said, there's really no proof for it at all. But this brings us to part 2, where she actually brings in some more science in it, and she talks about hormones.
Why I stopped drinking water and why you should too, part 2. Now let's talk about bottled water. Not only is there fluoride, chlorine, all the other shit, there's also something called phthalates. So what are phthalates? Why do we care? Let's go. Last video, we talked about the pineal gland and our connection to source. This video, we're gonna get a little bit more physical. Pineal gland is also responsible for our hormones, and our endocrine system is what regulates our hormones. Hormones literally control everything. Mood, weight gain, fatigue, inflammation, depression, thoughts of suicide, anxiety, all of these things keep you at a lower vibration. When we're at a low vibration, we attract more low vibration, low energy frequencies. In your spiritual journey, you want to raise your frequency so that you're more connected to source and so that you attract more high frequency people, vibes, everything. We cannot do that with a calcified pineal gland.
Okay, so once again, I just want to reiterate that I'm not a science channel, so don't take anything I say as complete scientific fact. If you want to know, you can go do your own research, okay? But the thing she's talking about is phthalate. So I think what she's talking about is phthalates in water bottles, okay? And the first Google search right here, bottled water does not represent a relevant ingestion source for phthalates, okay? And this is a thing that apparently disrupts our system. So basically everything she says boils down to, oh my god, there's all this harmful substances in our water, we shouldn't be drinking it, but they're all in trace quantities that does not affect our body in the slightest. Now for the second part, I don't think I really need to clarify this, but the thing she said about frequencies and your vibrations somehow attracting people, that's once again into the spiritual part, which makes absolutely no sense and is completely made up. Just because you have, I don't know, if you have some sort of internal vibration going on, you're not going to attract random individuals from other parts of the world, or people around you are not going to be likely to approach you, okay? That's completely based on your demeanor. It has nothing to do with your internal processes, okay? Okay, so moving on to part 3. Over here, she talks about the benefits of not drinking, almost drinking no water, which I'm very suspicious about. I think the general thing she's saying is that she gets it from other foods without explicitly drinking water, but that doesn't really seem to make sense because you can't eat enough fruits to cover your water intake for the entire day. That just doesn't make any sense, but we'll get to that when we get to it.
Why I stopped drinking water and why you should too. Part 3. You guys are really concerned if I'm dehydrated. I can assure you, I'm not.
Okay, so I don't really know what she was doing there, zooming into the cam a bunch to show her face, which somehow shows that you're not dehydrated. I can see you're not dehydrated, but I think the reason she was zooming into her face a bunch is because despite all of her, scientificness and spiritualness, all the comments are literally filled with, oh my god, girl, you're so pretty! Like, that's the extent of TikTok at this point, okay? Nobody really cares about what you're actually saying. They're just like, look at your face and they're like, oh, this girl looks moderately attractive. Let's go. I don't like water either, queen. It's just the dumbest cult following I've ever seen.
Now that we've gotten that out of the way, on my spiritual journey, I have been working to raise my vibrational frequency. And one of the downloads I received was to stop drinking water.
Wait, what the hell is she talking about? One of the downloads I received? Where are you downloading it? Did you go to the internet and download something? Or did God download something into your brain over here? Because neither, I do not believe you. I don't believe your vibrations are having any change at all.
Now, before you think I'm crazy, I do have a bachelor's degree in biological sciences, so I'm well aware of the deep biochemical background as to why our cells need water.
Okay, so this completely threw me off. She's aware of the science behind how our cells need water, yet she's still peddling to people, don't drink water. Now, this is probably 100% proof that going through the education system doesn't mean you're gonna come out smart at the other end of it. You could be a complete idiot despite passing all the exams somehow, okay? I don't know how you become like this. It is what it is, okay? TikTok.
But we are unfortunately being poisoned through our water systems and our food. So in order to unlock our truest potential and raise our frequency, we need to protect ourselves. Being a part of the health and fitness industry, I used to drink a gallon of water a day.
Okay, so it says here I was overhydrating because I was being told, drink water to clear your acne, drink water to lose weight, and drink water to feel fuller longer. all three of those are partly true. I mean, I'm not sure drinking water directly is gonna lower your acne or something, but this just sounds like general tips to lead a more healthy life. Drinking more water is probably a surefire way to get health benefits, okay? That's probably one of the most easy ways to make a change to your life. Now, do you drink so much water that your tummy is full, you can't drink it, you can't eat any food, you're peeing transparent, clear water all times of the day? Probably that shouldn't be the case, okay? So I don't know how much she was overhydrating here. So obviously, if you drink too much water, you can die, but that doesn't mean ditch it altogether, you know?
Now I'm down to almost nothing, and these are the things I've started to notice.
Okay, listen, I know I'm a sussy baka, but this seems a little bit sus to me. You're down to almost no water. That's a bit sus, okay? I don't know. Are you just shoving watermelons into your body all day, every day, 50 watermelons a day, and be like, I didn't drink any water, yes, which is watermelon, 90% water or whatever. Okay, this is the benefit she noted. I lost water weight. Wow. Stop drinking water. I lost water weight. Wow. Less bloated, appetite suppressed, clear and focused mind, longer meditations. I can definitely tell you none of these benefits came from drinking less water. It's probably the general other things you do, like exercising or something. Ladies and gentlemen, we have finally come to the final, highly anticipated question. If she doesn't drink water, what the heck does she actually drink?
I don't. I eat it.
All right, listen, I'm about like 5 seconds away from bashing my head into a wall. You eat it. You eat it, okay.
This article was written by Dr. Mole. There's actually a lot of us that believe that drinking water is really not that bioavailable for us, and a lot of the times it just passes right through you.
Okay, so it says here that most of the water we drink passes right through our body. I mean, sure, we drink a lot of water and we pee a lot. That doesn't mean it passes right through. A bunch of things are starting to happen in your body before it passes right through, okay? It gives you a hydrating effect. If you're very thirsty and you drink water, it gives you a hydrating effect. Okay, and then it passes through your body, okay? Well, I don't know what, like, it gets absorbed by our cells, okay? In our intestines, okay? It gets absorbed. But the water found in food, especially fruits and vegetables, is surrounded by other molecules that helps it get into our cells more easily and ensures it stays in our system for a long enough time to be put to good use. Okay, I'm not arguing with this, okay? I'm definitely eat fruits and vegetables, okay? I'm sure the water content there is great as well. But does that mean we completely ditch water? Probably not, considering the next paragraph. And there's another problem with drinking large quantities of water. That's completely different from what you were saying. You've completely eliminated water. You've taken it to the complete other opposite extreme, which is not what this guy's telling you to do at all. It tends to deplete the body of important vitamins and minerals because they get flushed out of the body too quickly. I think that's a point where you're drinking way too much water. I don't think a normal amount of water that is recommended by doctors is a harmful amount to drink in any capacity.
There are literally tons of ways to get more vegetables in your diet, and it is 100% possible to not drink water and replace them with raw vegetables.
Okay, so at this point you might be like, okay, it's kind of plausible. Okay, I can replace all my water with vegetables and fruits, but it's not really practical to do. If you're a human being, you're gonna get tired of shoving 15 watermelons and oranges into your gullet all day, every day, okay? It's much, much easier to just drink a glass of water, okay? In fact, your entire diet is going to be a plant-based diet if you adopt this lifestyle, which I'm not even sure is completely healthy, considering the amount of research that's been done over the past decades, okay? There's probably not enough articles to, like, back this up, okay? And this is a new person, and I say, let her try it, okay? Let her try it. Maybe 50 years from now, we'll stop drinking water and okay, right? But don't be the first lab rat in this experiment, okay? That's the only advice I can give you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Cuckoo Girl from TikTok. Hope you guys enjoyed. Smash a like. Bye-bye.